been a long time. We've been working on this thing forever. What is this, like the 83rd video?
The new motorcycles, they cost too much, so we will buy you for them. We'll save a lot of bucks, then we'll buy some parts to make it cool. Our used motorcycle is better than brand new. Wow.
There's not much left on her now. This thing could have been done weekends and weekends ago, but trying to film it and document it and do all this stuff just takes a little more time. I think realistically, if you were just a guy going out there wrenching on the bike, this would be like the second or third weekend you'd be working on the bike. What do we have left? Well, first of all, let's talk about what we've done. How do we even explain all that?
There she is, boys. I'm gonna need you to sponsor me. There we go. You don't line up. Well, all these things work. Send map.
Yeah, something like that. Let's get to it. That's not right. The bolts are gold now. We're down toward the last part. The zero gravity double bubble. The screen that was on there, I don't know if that was a stock one. It did have a bump in it, but this one you'll see is significantly taller. Why is that good? It knocks the wind over you. On top of that, the one we had on there was completely blacked out. This one is smoked. I don't know if that's, you can see that. Meaning you can actually look through it. With all the bolts being gold, you don't want to reuse your metal steel looking bolts. So we've got these ones in gold too. Same company. It looks like a motorcycle again. We're down to the final details. So we need to adjust the rear sets for the brake and the shifter now because they're probably in the wrong spots and it's moving everything. Let's do that. Yeah. It's done. One major thing left we need to do, and that's clean it. There is so many greasy, nasty fingerprints all over it. And I hate cleaning bikes. I'd rather do the electrical or everything else. It's just not my favorite thing to do. But we have this great kit here from J&P Cycles. Got all the good cleaners in here, all the good stuff. Let's get the bike out in the driveway and give it a wash. Done. Let's go ride it. Let's see if I actually know what I'm doing.
Here it is, all finished and done. Ride's good, nothing unusual about it. Sounds good, don't it? Look at her. Look at her in all her beauty. Yeah, it's spinning the tires, what it's doing. These tires are still too new for that. All right, Mustang, what are you gonna do, bubs? Yeah, for some reason we're out here off-roading. It's because I like the stupid water tower.
I don't know. It's not even like really in the shot. You got to get like an absurd angle.
Here, we'll get real.
Yeah.
Some real cinematography here.
Yeah, regardless, there it is. I mean, a very realistic project. This isn't anything that's over the top. I'm trying to show you something you can do in your garage. We took a bike that was a couple years older, a little bit of maintenance to it, threw a couple cool parts on it. Of course, we got everything from J&P Cycles. Super great sponsor, thanks guys. We got this bike from Wow Motorcycles. Be sure to check them out as well. Great used inventory of bikes. You can get a ton of examples of things just like this. You can go on J&P's website, get all the parts you need for it. Couple weekends, boom, you got something just like this. It's like 95 degrees, we're standing in a field and wearing a black shirt. I'm gonna head back to the garage. Let's go over the numbers. You know, was this even worth it? You know, we did that price thing at the beginning, around $14,000-ish out the door, all paperwork done for a new 600. So where are we at on this thing? The bike was $4,500 and the parts were $2,500. So right now, yeah, we're at $7,000, still coming in halfway to a brand new 600. And we have a pretty tricked out bike at this point. We don't have a stock bike. For double that money, you would have a brand new 600 that was completely stock. For fun, I did kind of a rough look at what it would cost to put the similar parts on a brand new bike. And some of those parts are a little bit more money because they still have to pay for the R&D and stuff. They're newer. Also, some parts are just a little more complicated, like smog block-off plates and stuff like that on newer bikes. Usually also have to come with some sort of sensors and plugs to trick the system. They're a little bit more, not massively. It's gonna be about $500 more to get this bike in the same condition. So again, to buy a new one and do all that, you're looking at $17,000-ish. That's $17,000 for a 600 with some parts on it. You know, in the perfect world, if money, you know, it just fell off the trees and you could have whatever you wanted, sure, you would say, well, I'd rather have a brand new one then. But I think for a lot of us, it's a bit steep, and I think your money could be better spent buying a second-hand bike and doing the same thing. I'm just giving you options, you know? The idea of this series isn't to say, hey, do exactly what I did, just copy it to a T. Some people do that, like my FZ07, sometimes I'll see someone with a bike that's got all the same mods. I'm like, hey, that's cool, but the idea is more to show you what's possible to do out there, and that you can do this stuff yourself. You know, as a mechanic, if you took this to a shop and wanted all these parts put in, you'd probably be looking at another almost $2,000 in labor. Personally, myself, I actually like seeing a little bit older of a bike all tricked out like that. Looking clean, not all smashed up. You know, sometimes they get to this age and they look pretty rough. And of course, our sponsor J&P Cycles made it super easy. They got everything at one website, and you know, even if you're confused, just call them up. They'll tell you. They know what to do. They're formerly Motorcycle Superstore, by the way, in case you're wondering where that went. They merged them together now, so those guys have been doing sport bikes for a long time. I know you might think that's just a cruiser website. What are they doing selling all these sport bike parts? I was a little confused about that myself. I realize I've never addressed that. I think you guys should know that these guys know their stuff. We bought a used motorcycle. We saved a lot of bucks. We made it really cool. Feel good about this. So let's get the bike out in the garage. Let's get the bike. How hot is it out here? Upper 90s?
At least.
Woo! This is my cloth, everyone. Has to get wet first.
That's what she said.
Bolt, gold, bolt.
Shut up.
All right, are we ready to go? 'Cause the minute I want to leave the shadow and immediately start riding. Oh my God, what is this tanky? This Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, just give it a second.
I keep wanting to touch it, but it's like, no. Hey, that's how you ride these things, bro. I'm ready to do this.
Getting it.
Woo, let's light the tires and kick the fires. Is that what you say? Ride's good. Nothing unusual about it. Oh, I'm hunting wabbits. It's the new motard, everyone. I think my clutch is slipping. It's so weird.
Please don't start the mower again, guy. We're trying to film this for...
See this sign? Did I get you?
Oh God, get it.
It probably says to put it on a rag, Jake. You're not reading any of the instructions. Look, now you've got a really good spot right in God. Looks like you spilled milk down the side of this thing.
Jake TheGardenSnake, never been a sponsor who wouldn't push, has a huge J&P Cycles sticker on his visor. I think YouTube will demonetize him for that. He sold the visor.
This sticker is dangerous and inconvenient, but I do love J&P Cycles.
Jake, you're not on fire.